I know, was he a football player? I know he says football kind of funny. He says it like a two-word word where it's foot and ball. And yeah, that is my familiarity with Mr. Gruden. I'm sure he's a wonderful man. Sure he's a brilliant guy.
Your impression of him might be the worst John Gruden impression I've ever heard.
The worst? I haven't heard dude's voice in a hot minute, so I mean, I'll take it. But
he's got a pretty pretty unique voice in the way he talks. Yours got a little too.
It's more his cadence.
Yeah, he does have a very familiar cadence, but the way you were saying it, he sounded a little too John Madden-y, I would say, more than John Gruden-y.
Well, John Madden, he's
boom, tough acting, tenactin.
Yeah, he's Am I going to watch
this is an F1 show?
Derek?
You're going to have to.
I'm going to have to.
You're just going to have to, because I'm going to talk about it a little bit each week.
All right. No, and I will hope to be educated. It's going to be the opposite of the premise of this program, where we talk about.
Well, we're not going to do full breakdowns of like every game or anything, but there'll be moments we'll have to just talk.
That would make me paint my ceiling, Derek. I'll tell you that right now.
I'm gonna give you recaps of the Lions, and you can give me some recaps on the Washington whatevers.
There will be a slim chance that I watch a Washington sports game.
That's unfortunate because Jaden Daniels.
They're supposed to be good. No, and that's what I've heard.
I don't know about that, but
what they're not supposed to be good.
They're kind of in the place right now where last year they had a really good season because they had just a terrible dog shit schedule because they played all the worst teams, and you have a second-year quarterback. You have good pieces around him, but there's still some questions on, like, I think the line for them, if I remember correctly, to where it's like, hey, this is kind of like we'll actually see how good we are type of a year.
Yeah.
I mean, they could be good again. They have every opportunity to be. It's just, and the NFC East is wild. So
yeah, fuck the Cowboys. This is an anti-Cowboys program. To be clear,
I'm here for that.
I want nothing good to happen to the Dallas Cowboys. It's also fuck the Eagles. I like the Eagles the most out of all the NFC East teams, but I still hate them. New York.
Almost as bad as Dallas.
Philadelphia, I hate the least because they're mostly former Georgia players. But yeah,
that's fair.
NFC East, yeah, there's one team and one team only. And isn't it like NFC East Meme War or whatever, the subreddit that's just fucking gold all the time?
I don't know. I am never on Reddit, so I never see the threads or the. I have it.
That's my problem. Is that I
very rarely look at it though.
Yeah. I don't know. The other one is I don't know. The other football related subreddits are bird teams and Lake Erie Bros. like that rocks. I don't know anything about what's going on here.
Collective.
Bird teams. I don't know about anything that's going on here, but that shit's cool.
It always makes me laugh when there's an NFL team that has to face the bird gauntlet in a year. Because no one's ever defeated all of the birds in a season.
No, that would be so sick. And like, okay, like I hate Philadelphia the least because I also love when Philly fans are just absolutely shithoused after a victory and they're climbing light poles and just screaming, "Go Birds!" Like just aggressively, like fucking on every drug that you can imagine and probably a couple you can't. You know what I mean? Like that also absolutely rocks. So
yeah, Philly scum. That's a thing.
Yeah, but it's still Washington till I die.
Blow the whistle, baby.
I don't get that joke.
Oh, that was Gilly the Kid. That was his calling card for the Eagles. It might have just been an Eagles calling card just generally, but that's where I heard it and saw it. And he literally would, after the Eagles victories in his neighborhood, go out in his full-on Eagles garb, blowing the whistle with the song blasting, and all of his neighbors would come out and they would just have like a little party in the street. It was awesome.
No, so there was a character when I was a Washington fan. I think I went to 2 Redskins games, and there was a character who was the chief, and he would rock up. He was an older gentleman. He would rock up in full. He would wear the headgear, like he was doing cultural appropriation. And I remember because that team was shit. That team was terrible. All right, we got dog walked. I don't remember, because I remember that we saw the Steelers. I do not remember if that was like the Troy Polamalu era Steelers. You know what I mean? I think it was. Yeah, I know.
Game changer though. Troy was awesome.
Yeah, that dude fucking rocked. But like, that's how far back. Like, that is the most recent football that I watched. Okay. So we were leaving. I must have gone to 2 games, because that Steelers game was a night game. We were leaving, and the chief was riding past us, blasting "Achy Breaky Heart" by Billy Ray Cyrus, and I think the other one was "Heartache Tonight" by the Eagles. Like, he just had a playlist that was going for when the team lost. Yeah. That he would blast out of his fucking car as he was driving home. And that was great. But that was a pre-internet moment. So I don't have video of that, but it was cool. So
dude, the things that used to happen pre-internet were awesome.
Dude, the world was a better place before the internet. That's not a controversial statement, it's the truth.
True, but we would appreciate it if people followed us and listened to us over the internet.
And maybe send us an email.
Or send us an email.
gmail.com.
Any updates? Any more write-ins?
No.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, we're very far into it now, but welcome back to the Backmarkers F1 podcast, the latest and greatest F1 pod that no one was asking for, but here we are anyways. That's Ben. I'm Derek. You listened to our mid-season participation trophy spectacular earlier this week. Again, handing out some fantastic awards. I think very well deserving. Maybe some people's most coveted awards in their trophy cabinets at this point in time.
Absolutely.
Just some people are saying. Some people. We might be some people, but still some people are saying.
We count. Absolutely.
Yes. But more importantly, it's race week. And this is your Belgian Pontiac Grand Prix-view here.
Best weekend of the year. Best race of the year.
Spa is awesome.
Track. Best track on the grid.
Mm-hmm. Spa is awesome.
Calendar, excuse me.
And one of my favorite things about Spa are all of the memes that come from it with like girls going, my husband or my fiance or my boyfriend saying, like, promise me a Spa weekend, and then they end up at the track.
in the rain. At the top of Eau Rouge.
It's still very fun. Yeah, dude, it's looking like it's gonna be another wet one this weekend too.
Oh hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait. Remember when they did the half points bullshit when they ran everybody behind the safety car, and I think that was George Russell.
You mean George Russell's maiden podium?
Joe podium or win? I thought he won that.
Second. Max won that race. Because George qualified second because Max beat him in qualifying on like the last lap.
No, Lando was first. Lando qualified first. Lando was leading, and then he crashed out of the race, and that's why they did the rest under red flag as opposed to yellow flag. He was trying to race under yellow flag.
Is that what happened?
I think so. Let's consult the internet. Remember.
Okay, that was 2021. 2021 Belgian Grand Prix. This is good podcasting right here.
This is great podcasting.
Okay, going to our most trusted source, Wikipedia. Let's see. But ended during the third lap due to wet conditions. Lap 1 and 2 took place behind the safety car before a red flag stopped the race on lap 3, and Max won the race.
Did I have that recall there?
That's not what I'm seeing. I don't even. Lando finished 10th.
Did he?
I don't
No.
think he qualified pole in
No,
the
he would
race.
have. He would have crashed in qualifying. That's why he
Crashed in
finished 10th.
qualifying.
He crashed in qualifying because they. Yep. Okay, that's what it was now. Damn. All
Norris
right.
Norris was cleared for Sunday's race after precautionary checks and an X-ray following his Q3 crash.
And
Yes.
that was such a huge, ridiculous crash. It was absurd that he would. It was absurd that they were out there. But yeah.
Sorry, I'm laughing because Nikita Mazepin finished in last in this race.
Where else would he finish?
It was more just funny because he
Exactly.
was on the grid, right?
Yeah. You just saw his name and was like, oh, fuck that guy.
Yeah. He received Lando also received a 5-place grid penalty for an unscheduled gearbox change because of that crash. So that means he qualified 5th, and then the penalty dropped him down to 10th. Okay. Fair enough. Dude, but yeah, Spa. Spa is great. We love Spa. Spa is awesome.
What is your favorite part of the track?
I
That sounds
don't
like a weird
know.
question.
No, that is a very valid question. I don't know the parts of the track. Like I've heard of like corners, like when they mention them on the broadcast, I always kind of go, "Oh, that's here." But then I almost don't even really know where on the track that is. So I'm
Mhm.
still in the infancy part of my fandom where I'm learning those parts of F1, I guess generally, or the race generally. So I've heard of Eau Rouge and Radion. I assume that's the first part, the climb up the hill into the
Mhm.
run up. That's what that is, right?
Mhm.
I guess that then, because that's the only part of the track that I know offhand.
No, I got you. I love the spot where Hamilton and Rosberg smacked into each other, and I think it was Nico's fault, but we're not going to revisit that because that would open up old wounds. But that was, yeah, I don't know. That's kind of what I think of when I think of this track. I drove this track a lot in. I don't even remember the name of the racing game, but it was just a shitty mobile racing game.
Mhm.
Um, and I love it. This is probably this and Suzuka are my two favorite tracks.
Hmm.
And if either of those are removed from the calendar, we riot. We riot.
Well, didn't they just extend Spa
I
prior to
think
this
so.
season? I
Yeah,
thought they
I think so.
extended.
That
This was
sounds
one
right.
that got a 2030 extension, maybe, or something like that.
That's
Another
not
5
long
on the
enough.
grid.
That's not long enough.
Well,
It needs to go until the end of time.
fair enough. But yeah, we're very excited for this one. And I was looking ahead, trying to see what, our storylines could be. Because again, we've had the break,
Mhm.
the 2-week break since Silverstone. And again, aside from the Norris firing, there hasn't been a ton that has happened. I think Ferrari's bringing some major upgrades to this race, if I saw correctly. But otherwise, the main storylines kind of going into this is just the new era of Red Bull Racing,
Mhm.
and the other storylines that we've pretty much been talking about. What's going to happen with Verstappen and Russell, and the title fight. Those are
Mhm.
still kind of the big ones heading into this one. But with rain, that could also breed some chaos here too. Maybe another Nico Hulkenberg podium, if only we could be so lucky.
Let's calm down.
But
Let's calm down.
we'll pump
Let's
the
take some
brakes on that
Xanax
one.
and crush it up in our coffee.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, those are the major storylines heading into this, right? So I guess for you with the Christian Horner-less era of Red Bull here, what do you think expectations realistically could be for them heading into the race?
For Red Bull specifically,
Yeah,
um, I don't know. Max is always going to want to show out in front of his home crowd.
true, because
That.
he was born in Belgium.
Yeah, yeah. Um, good recall on that one. That's
I didn't read
not a
that
thing many people
15
know.
minutes ago.
No, Lando Norris also. I think his mom is Belgian. I don't know. Anyway, um, I don't know what the expectation should be. I think it's more of a kind of right the ship, and I also don't think a Tim Principle is going to come in and completely turn things around in one weekend or 2 weekends. You know what I
For
mean?
sure.
I feel like it's more of a
He's an
looking
interim
down
head coach.
the line. I wouldn't even say that because it feels like they've kind of got their guy. You know what I mean?
Okay.
If he's replaced at the end of the season, then yeah, absolutely he's the interim head coach. But also he was their other team's fucking head coach. You know what I mean? Like it would be calling up the fucking minor league head. Like if who's the Red Wings affiliate team?
The Grand Rapids Griffins.
The Griffins. I was thinking that, but again, I'm a Capitals fan, so I was immediately going to go to the Hershey Bears and nobody's going to get it. But if it was like if the Red Wings call up the Griffins head coach and say, "Hey, mid-season, you're the guy. Here we go."
Right.
Like you would expect that because he's got familiarity with the organization, because he's been a part of the organization, he's going to stick with that organization. If you pull a guy just off the bench and maybe he's got a job at the end of the season, I don't know. I think that I don't know. Is it Mekis? That seems like a wrong.
Yep. No, that's right.
That doesn't feel like a real name, but okay. I would think that he is their guy going forward, and I would think that. I would think he's a half step up above an interim head coach. Is
fair enough?
I would say. So.
Yeah.
Also, it's fucked that Red Bull has 2 teams, but let's move on.
Well, they're showing why every team should just want 2 teams, I suppose.
Let's move on before I say something you'd have to censor.
Fair enough. Well, yeah, it's I doubt, as well, that there's really going to be much of a difference here for Red Bull. Their form should probably be the same. I suppose technical directors are still in place, and I mean, you could argue that the Racing Bulls has had I don't even think you can argue. I think you could just say the Racing Bulls has had a better car than the Red Bull this year anyway. So maybe there are going to be some good positive changes, but maybe, like you said, further down the line rather than instantaneously week 1. But if we are sticking with our football analogies, and we've done it so far in this whole podcast, so let's continue with that. Hey, interim head coach week 1, change some shit up. Never know. Could be a really good outing for Red Bull. Maybe a win.
Week 1?
Hey,
or week 1 of the coach?
Week 1 of the interim head coach. Like when interim head coach takes over, it's usually like oh shit, we got to step our game up type of a deal from the players, and you generally see a better performance out of them, possibly a win. But I mean, it depends on how bad your team is. So
yeah, because they're all trying to not get shit canned.
Well, yeah, basically, it's like, hey, we got our coach fired, and now we're all going to be on the chopping block, no matter what. There's directional change happening here. So yeah, you got that going for you. So, but with the Ferrari upgrades for the weekend here, and Spa being a driver's track, could we see some good things happen for the red team?
God, I hope so.
I mean, they've been on an upward trajectory the last few races here. They had that little bit of a stumble right in the middle of the first half there, but the last few races they've been trending upwards. Really great finish at Silverstone for them. I think we could very easily see some more of a fight from them, maybe trying to come at the McLarens a little bit more here.
I would lose my mind if they got a podium. I would be a Philadelphia fan celebrating in the street if Ferrari got a podium. That's where we'd be at. Yeah.
But I mean, it's good for them and good for Fred too, because there were some murmurings earlier this season about what are we doing with this guy? Is he really gonna be sticking around? So
I think that was the Italian media. I'm sorry to cut you off. Like, there's no way going into a regulation change that you're getting rid of the guy who has a relationship with Leclerc, has by all accounts, a good relationship with Hamilton, is leading the developments for the new era. Like, you're out of your fucking mind. The bigger news, though, and I don't. Do you want to talk about this, or do you want to stay on this weekend with Spa?
Keep
I've
going.
seen since we last recorded the under the ground effect era is over. The
Yes.
underfloor tunnels are no more,
Mm-hmm.
which is exciting. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, that is okay. You saw how good Hamilton was before this stuff. Does he have a comeback? You know what I mean? It's Ferrari, if you ask me, I want my team to do well every weekend, as does
Mm-hmm.
everyone, as does every fan of every sports team ever.
Right.
It's all about next year.
Mm-hmm.
All about next year.
That's fair. Yeah, those cars are. I mean, one that they don't have DRS. It's changing to MOM.
Mm-hmm. Two,
which is a hilarious acronym.
What?
DRS is gone.
Yeah.
The acronym is now the manual override mechanism, which is being called MOM.
They're gonna call that MOM like the first race. There's no way that sticks around.
It's MOM. It's MOM.
All right. Let's move on.
No, absolutely not. We're sticking with this for a little bit longer because
it
is
interesting.
Something
you have to censor.
But we won't stay on the acronym, but just more the changes generally to the cars. It is an interesting thing that they are switching to because it almost mimics the IndyCar version of it a little bit more with push to pass to some extent. I don't think it works exactly the same. And if we're wrong, email us at backmarkersf1pod@gmail.com. But from my understanding, the system would still work like they have to be within a second of the car in front of them in order to activate it.
Mm-hmm.
But to my understanding, that could then be anywhere on the track and not in specific zones of the track.
Interesting.
That's my understanding on how it is going to work.
Now, does it work in the same ways that it opens up, or is that manual override mechanism, is that just giving you extra power?
Extra power. I believe the wing no longer opens.
Okay, and that was the question because you see that aero instability happen in a corner in the wrong corner, or somebody's DRS flap gets stuck open, and boom, they're hitting the tire barriers at 200 miles an hour. Right. So
I believe it just enacts the battery more, is what it does.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Hey, we'll have to see how it goes, but I mean, I don't hate it.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, DRS has been around for a decade plus.
Easily.
This point.
So with the V6 hybrid era, right?
Yeah. Which I'm ignorant here. How is this not still the V6 hybrid era? Like, are we still not running V6 turbo hybrid cars?
I mean, yeah, but yeah, okay, I don't know why it's different.
Just had to clarify.
I think the 2026 regulation change is your biggest, like you could say you're all out of it for sure because there's so much more of the battery being used. It's almost like a 50-50 in terms of the P unit with that.
And I think there's nervousness around that with the 50-50.
There's a lot of nervousness around that.
All right.
But yeah, I watched a video that the race put out on YouTube the other day, and they were talking about how like the drivers are very much not liking what the 26 cars have been like in simulators.
Mm-hmm.
And then they basically just eviscerated everything the drivers were saying, essentially saying, yeah, well, they didn't like the hands device, they didn't like the halo, they didn't like this, they've never liked any sort of a regulation change, and then they get through it and then they go, oh yeah, that's awesome, oh yeah, I would never race without the hands device, oh yeah, I would never race without a halo now. Like take Romain Grosjean for example, he was against the halo, and then if he doesn't have the halo, he wouldn't be around anymore. You know,
like Guerrilla Radio,
and he even said that afterwards. He's like, I was dead wrong. Like literally, I would have been dead wrong if we didn't have this. Like, thank God for that or whatever. Yeah. But again, and it's the first iterations that they're working on. Of course, that's not going to be fantastic, and of course, you're not going to have comfortability in it or comfort with it because you've never driven that car before. You didn't like the 2022 regs changes, you know, like it'll probably work out in good ways, and there'll be some things where they're going to want to change it again, and that's just how the sport will just continue to evolve, and it is what it is.
And it's a formula. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like I was not at the beginning of my fandom when I realized that that's what the formula in Formula One meant. Was that it's the formula for how you build a car and who can build it within that formula, you know? You made me go on a little side tangent in my own head of like greatest Halo moments. You know what I mean? Like
yeah. Max over
Lewis. Max over Lewis. That was. We're glad it was there. I was thinking Leclerc
over Charles. Yeah.
Yeah, Leclerc at Spa.
Romeo.
That was at Spa. Yep. I think it was Fernando that got sent over top of him. I could be wrong on that, but that was like a moment where you're very glad that these life-saving measures have taken place. So
yeah, definitely. Safety is good.
Generally speaking, safety is good. The most important thing at the end of the day is that everybody comes home safely. So
because then it gets too real and it's just like, oh shit, that's what these guys are doing out there.
I was listening to a program where this old head journalist said some absolutely ignorant shit. He was like, "Oh, they used to be heroes back in the day," and it's like, shut the fuck up.
First of all,
shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
They're going faster than ever.
Yeah. Like, this shit is still incredibly dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like they're harm-free after those big wrecks. It's just we're trying to stop them from dying, which good.
Generally a good thing, yeah.
I don't want to live in an era where the drivers are like, I'd rather be flung from my car than strapped into it because I have a better chance of surviving. Like,
yeah,
that's wild stuff right there. Yeah, it's good we've moved past that one a little bit.
Yeah, no, for sure.
What do you say we get into some stats and history here for you?
Let's do it.
For the Grand Prix.
Challenge away. Let's see what
Let's do it. All right. It's going to be a little out of order from some of the previous weeks. / I don't remember the order, so we're just going to rip it anyways.
I don't think there's ever been an order, dude.
Well, generally, the F1 has an article that's written that I just base everything off of, and it lists all that out. We're recording
a day do a plagiarism earlier this time.
Well, it's not a plagiarism. It's just that's where I get my information from. I might not be citing it, but hey,
that's
now you know
what
this
that
is where
means,
I'm getting my information from. Don't tell them that.
All right, no, we're good.
So, anyways, it's pieced together a little bit more. We're recording a day early. The article just hasn't come out yet, but we still got the same information. So, stats and history. Spa, also part of the maiden season of the Formula One, 1950. Longest track in terms of race distance on the calendar.
7
totaling
kilometers.
Wild. So they only do 44 laps here.
Yeah.
And what would you say? An average F1 race is probably 65, 70 laps at most tracks. I know some can be a little longer, but
yeah, thereabouts. But I mean, it's more about like
overall race distance.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
but that just speaks to how big this track actually is.
Yeah,
they're racing the same amount of distance, but they only go around this one 44 times. Like, holy shit!
So Lewis is gonna win.
Maybe. Stay tuned to your picks section here at the end of the episode. But yeah. So iconic for Eau Rouge, unpredictable weather, often switching between the sunshine and rain. Again, we are expecting a wet race this weekend, which we have to look back at this, not for this episode because I don't have it in front of me. Does it feel like there's been an absurd number of wet races this season so far compared to other ones?
Well, yeah, Derek. Climate change is going to kill us all.
What I'm saying is, I don't know if this is true or not, but it feels like half of the races this year, it's been like, we might have some weather here at this one.
Yeah, but I'm not mad about it.
No.
I'm not. I'm like, give me
it's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes it fun. It makes it interesting. It what makes, the the fastest car, the McLaren, not win everything just because.
Because their drivers, never mind. We're gonna keep moving.
Moving on.
One of their
but
drivers.
But then, yes, the track, as you said, is also considered one of the most demanding tests for both car and driver here. So we'll get into your historical trivia here. Oh, this was one other thing. Notable moments. So you mentioned Leclerc's accent here, but also his first F1 race win in 2019 was here.
Yep,
Who else had, prior to him, who else's first race win was at Spa?
I don't know. Do you have that in front of you? And this is a test?
I do have it in front of me.
Is it a driver who was on the grid within the last 10 years?
No.
No. First win. So this driver has not been on the grid in the last 10 years.
Correct.
What era did they race in? Give me a hint. Give me a clue.
The 90s.
90s. Would it have been 1998 or 1999 when the Jordan won?
No. Before that.
Before that. I don't think it was Schumacher's first win, was it? The look on your face is telling me that it was. Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. It was Michael Schumacher. First F1 victory achieved in 1992. The little blurb here says it was a strategic gamble on slick tires that let him get to that victory. So I'm going to presume that there was wet and he stayed out or pitted for slicks early or something like that. I don't know exactly. But yes, him and Charles both have their first wins here, which is pretty solid, honestly. That's pretty good.
Good company to be in.
Very good company to be in, for sure. So
it's also, okay, moving on. It's a little bit luck.
Company with Michael Schumacher?
It's a little bit luck where you get your first win.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Who has the most pole positions at Spa?
That is a good question. It's either Schumacher or Hamilton. I'm going to go with Schumacher.
Close. It was Hamilton. He has 6 here.
And then Hamilton and Schumacher has most wins. Yeah.
Schumacher has most wins. He's got 5. I also saw that Lewis has, I think it was 4 wins here, but he also has, I believe it
3
was
DNFs.
3 first lap DNFs.
Oof. Yeah.
As well. So he's got like best of both worlds coming at you here from the track.
Yeah.
But so that's very fun. But looking at the last 5 races for you.
Honorable mention to Kimi Räikkönen, the Iceman. I think he had 4 wins at Spa. He was known as the king of Spa.
Oh.
Like he was always really fucking good at this track.
I did not know that. Yeah, shout out to the Iceman. Oh, yeah, here we go. I got it right here for you. 1, 2, he is 4. He won back-to-back 04, 05.
Yeah.
And then he won. Oh, he technically won 3 in a row because in 06 they didn't have a race there due to circuit refurbishments, but then he won again in 07. And then he won it in 09. Massa split him in 08 there. Wow.
Yeah.
Damn. I would have loved to have watched Kimi in his prime.
Dude.
Or just generally, because I really like when I started watching, he was at Alpha by that point in time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I missed the Ferrari because I remember watching the first season of Drive to Survive, and I was like, oh, I know Kimi Räikkönen. Like I knew who he was, and then they were like, yeah, he's going to Alpha. I'm like, what the shit?
He did not want. You think Max doesn't like doing press? Kimi did not like doing press. So I'll always remember it was 2017, his last win with Ferrari at Coda, losing my mind because I was watching. I was like, oh shit, he's got a chance to do it. He's got a chance to do it. And then it was like, oh my God, he actually won it. He comes over there and he goes, ah, fucking finally. Like, there we go. But yeah, no, like prime Kimmy, like if he had better reliability during the McLaren years, he could have won a couple more championships. He also, like, by some accounts, relied too much on his natural abilities rather than giving a fuck and putting an effort. You know what I
You're
mean?
kidding.
So I mean, you gotta respect it. You gotta love it, and that's kind of iconic.
So he
You know
was.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So love
Kimi
love
Räikkönen.
that guy.
Speaking of Coda, is that the best camera shot in all of F1 over the hill in the setting sun in Texas?
Absolutely not. Absolutely.
You don't
not.
think so? Dude,
absolutely
that camera
not.
angle rocks.
The best camera shot in all of the sport? Like, what metric are we using here? Because it's coming through Monaco.
Visual.
Yeah, it's coming through Monaco when they're inches away from the thing, and you get the slow-mo and they just right through. And then there's the other shot at Monaco where they're coming around the last turn and it's just like looking down and you see that. There's Austria, the top of that turn complex, I think it's turn 3, turn 4. Like, that's iconic. Not iconic, but visually stunning and shows the incredible elevation change. There's Suzuka. I don't know if there's necessarily a particular camera shot about Suzuka. But that is a beautiful track. I don't know. I could go off and just name off like 10 better shots. Circuit of the Americas is cool. Circuit of the Americas is a nice track. It's I don't know if that's the conversation we need to have around it.
Oh, over the hill, the sun setting, the massive Texas flag right in the background. Or is it the American flag? Either way, it's the massive flag in the background, and it's just like a shadow of a car comes over. It's very Top Gun, and I think that's why I like it a lot, because it's just like this thing just comes over the horizon, and there's just like a haze. Oh, it's
no, I gotcha.
Every year when those photos come out, I'm like, those are just awesome. They're stunning.
It's a good shot. It's a good shot.
Yeah,
but it's not. It's not
your number one.
No, Castle section at Baku. That's great. All right.
Baku is a. I think I've said this before. That is one of my favorite tracks, though. That's in my top.
Derek.
That's in my top 3, I think.
Let's fly to Azerbaijan next year. Let's just do it.
It's the most affordable track and race to go to.
Yeah.
It's cheaper.
Let's go.
Or that, I know I sent this to you. We're way off track. The Costco package for the 3-day general admissions pass for Coda was incredible. I honestly don't think there's a better deal out there. There just can't.
But then you have to fly to Texas. You have to get a hotel in Texas.
Well,
and like that zoo is going to be absolutely crazy.
I didn't say the rest of it would be affordable. Just the tickets and the getting in. Like, if you're trying to go to an F1 race in America, that's just the best deal you could probably find, in my mind. It's $100 a day, including race day for general admission.
I'm not trying to go in America, though. I'm trying to go to one of the iconic tracks. Not to say that Baku is iconic by any means. Did you ever watch the first Baku race?
No, definitely not.
It was hysterically funny. So they didn't sell enough ads.
Okay.
And they had just all over the circuit, "Well done, Baku. Welcome to Seoul." And like it was just like, okay, you're just fluffing yourself about hosting a race. Like that's funny. That is hysterically funny, but also like y'all couldn't sell enough ads. Like it's clear.
We did it.
Exactly. Giving yourself a pat on the back while the event is happening was hysterically funny.
That is pretty funny.
Yeah, if I was, I don't know, I want to go to Spa. Like that was my goal. It used to fall on my birthday, so I would just say that one of these days I'm going to do it, and then it is moved. So,
gotcha. That makes sense. Why? Because Schumacher won his last Grand Prix like world championship, not Grand Prix.
Mhm.
He won his last world championship at Spa, and I was like, damn, this is awfully early for it. But if it was later in the season, that makes a lot more
And
sense.
there were also way less races too. You know what I mean? So if the
Oh,
season
true.
ends in October, November, and it's the first week of September, second week of September, and you're ending there.
Yeah, that would wrap it up.
Yeah, but also that was, if my remembering and understanding is correctly, is that was really early anyway. So
Well, still, anyways, back to Spa. Your last 5 race winners here. Last year was Lewis Hamilton, which I don't know if you remember this because I definitely didn't remember this. George Russell actually crossed the line first, but then was disqualified later.
Oh, the disqualification. Yeah.
He was disqualified for it. Was his car was underweight. That's what it was. So then Hamilton inherited the win. The 3 races prior to that was Max Verstappen, and then Hamilton in 2020 winning that one too. So it's been the Lewis and Max show, as with, well, most races the last decade and a half. So you got that going for you.
No,
Lewis prior to Max won a lot of races is more what I was trying to say with that.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'll give you that. Decade and a half.
Lewis is on this list a lot.
Yeah,
he has won 4 of them. He has won 4 of them. So you do got that going for you there. So, but yeah, there you go. That's your stats and history for this one. Let's go ahead and get into our race preview then with our fantasy F1 picks. And if you recall, which I recall because I won last. I won the last one, so I will be able to make the first overall pick. And then again, we'll go snake style following, and we'll finish with each of us drafting 5 driver matchups, 5 team driver matchups. And scoring again is determined by place differential, with no points being rewarded for any form of not being able to finish the race. So there's your quick recap again on how our fantasy team is working. We actually did get a comment on the last time we had posted our results. So after Silverstone, someone had asked what the scoring system was like for this because they wanted to do it with their friends. That was actually kind of cool.
Oh, that rocks. Good for them.
Right?
I'm really not
we
the
did
person
something cool.
Ask. You did something cool. I'm really along for the ride here.
Well,
I have a tenuous grasp on this. Let's figure it out.
Very much. But yeah, so with with my first overall pick, I'm going back to the wall. I'm taking Max Verstappen over Yuki Tsunoda. It's a little bit of a cheat code, except for the 1 week when you didn't work out for you. But overall, it's gonna be the way to go. Because while at the end of the day, it's yes, Red Bull is a shitstorm. Max Verstappen is an alien, and we'll still be able to take that car to potential race victories, even when it has no right being there. So you got that going for you.
Yeah, no arguments there.
No arguments there. And there's your Red Bull race preview right there. We talked a little bit about them earlier anyway, so it's fine.
That's all we really need to cover. I am gonna go ahead and take one Sir Lewis Hamilton ahead of Charles Leclerc.
Wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little bit of a bold pick because
a little early to pick.
Yeah. they've been relatively close every race this season. The only one that it wasn't was Silverstone because they messed up Charles's strategy. They just pit him early for slicks, and they had messed it all up.
Forgot about it. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
that's usually.
But lose over Charles.
I'm hopeful, and that's the worst thing that you can be as a Ferrari fan is hopeful. So, yeah.
You got that going.
With that energy, I'm going to take Mr. Fernando Alonso next.
No. That is a correct pick to make here, Fernando over Lance. Although same thing Lance had the better result, which is surprising at Silverstone. But yeah, overall, that's a better move to make. And we talked about it after the Horner firing. More and more, I still see this every single day. Aston is just who would want to race there now? At the very beginning of the season, I would have told you you're crazy, which I think I did. But Why would anybody want to
did
go there?
too.
Why would anybody want to go there? But every single day, if I think about it again, I'm like, shit, it makes a lot of sense. Why not? Right? It's new regs. You have Adrian Newey. Now Horner's out there. That I don't see a world where Lawrence Stroll just again doesn't peel them all off. Give me Christian Horner, and then Christian, do your everything you can to bring the Dutchman. Just bring him on. Bring him over here. Why not? I don't know. It drives me nuts because I'm like, it shouldn't be a desirable seat in my mind because they're not a good race car this year. But things can change pretty quickly in a season, I think, especially with the regulation change.
Exactly. And that's the real thing is the rest of the season is just gauging the regulation change pattern. You know, who's going to get it right next year?
Yeah.
And I don't know. We've talked about Max and how he is waiting for that truck full of money to back up to his yard.
Yeah.
Is there a world where Max stays where he's at to see what's going on next season?
I very much think so. So in my mind, this is kind of like the breakdown on how I see it happening. I would give you like a hold on, let me do the math real quick. I think it's like a 40% to Mercedes, 40% stays at Red Bull.
Okay. 40% stays at Red Bull, 40% goes to Aston.
No, 40 at Mercedes, 40 at Red Bull, and then I'll give you 18% at Aston, and then a 2%. See ya. I'm gone. I'm doing something else.
He's retiring. Fascinating.
Well, not retired, just doing whatever, growing his racing team, doing more sim, doing whatever he desires to do.
But not in Formula One.
Correct. Yeah, the 2% is he leaves Formula One.
Okay. All right.
Oh, he wouldn't retire. He wouldn't retire.
No. I mean, leaving Formula One is retiring from Formula One.
I still wouldn't say that because I can also see a future where he leaves and dicks around for like a year or two and then goes, all right, I want to come back. And everybody goes, yes, please, here. How much money do you want?
That's a sabbatical, which Mika Hakkinen turned into retirement. So
fair enough.
Shout out to another legend from the 90s, Mika Hakkinen.
Yeah, dude was also really awesome.
Another really talented Finnish guy, Mika Hakkinen.
Mm-hmm. The Finns are just good drivers.
Yeah.
They just are. Flying Finns, the Finnish flick, whatever they're all called. All right, with my next pick.
Mika is the only flying Finn. Sorry, like that is his.
Mika is the only flying Finn. Okay.
I don't know. Like it's been appropriated. It's like you can't like that is his nickname. You know what I mean? Like that would be like calling somebody else the great one in hockey.
Fair enough.
You know, like that's just not in terms of that level of greatness, but like in terms of that level of an iconic nickname. You know, you can spoof off of it, like Ovechkin is the grade 8, but okay. We've talked about this entirely too much.
Fair enough. With my next pick, though, I'm going to take Pierre over Franco.
Good call.
It's a driver's track. The second Alpine seat is also not great. And Pierre, we've talked about it. He's a good driver. I don't see why he can't finish several places ahead of Franco at this one, to be honest. Mm-hmm. So that's where I'm at with that one. For my next pick, I'm just reviewing all the teams again here. You took them. I refuse to take them. You took them. I think I'm gonna go the Mercedes route again. I'm gonna take George over Kimi. That is the one that has stayed true all season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I don't know if
all season stayed that way. So
I don't know if I see that necessarily changing, but man, it'd be cool if it did.
Honestly, George almost doesn't really have a choice.
No, in terms of
like he just has to stay ahead of him this season. There's especially with the Max question mark out there. He just has to continue to show it, which again, he's proven himself in the sport. Whatever happens, he will remain on the grid next year. There's no doubt about that. But obviously, he does not want to leave Mercedes. You think there's a world where George Russell doesn't have a race seat next season?
I think there's a world, yeah. But I think
Wow.
there's also an infinite number of parallel universes where anything can happen.
Okay, this one.
This one, but no, that defeats the point of the premise. But what I mean is, if I'm putting numbers on it, 40, 40, 20, the 20 and 2 is, or 18 and 2 is the small chance he's not on the grid. I mean, if I'm Cadillac, I am giving him a phone call immediately.
If I'm anybody, I'm giving him a call
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah, that's fair.
Let's go over real quick. McLaren, they're already locked in. They have their drivers. There's nothing they can do about it. Ferrari's locked in. They have their drivers. There's nothing they can do about it.
Pushing back on that, I don't know if I'm those teams that George is enough of an upgrade. If I'm McLaren, I'm ditching Lando, but that's also because I'm a Lando hater, and I will say that. Ferrari, neither of my guys are better than George. Everybody else,
both of you. If you're Ferrari, both of your guys are better than George in your mind.
Correct. Both of my guys are better than George. If I'm anybody else, I'm making the phone call.
Absolutely.
But if I'm coming in with a new team and I'm Cadillac, I'm calling before anything happens. I'm saying
they're calling right now already. Yeah,
I'm calling right now. I'm leaving him voicemails. My number has been blocked, and he has filed a restraining order. But I am sending letters written in my blood on recycled cardboard. I am all of the communication that I can send to George if I'm Cadillac is saying, call me.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Anytime. Like
we know you hated we know you hated switching over to Adidas. We got Tommy Hilfiger over here.
Yep. I mean,
that would be the dumbest reason ever for a driver.
It would be the stupidest reason, but also, hey, money. You know what I mean? The other thing is, I mean, I would commission a fucking R&B group to sing him a powerful love ballad. I would pull out all the stops to try and get George. I would do anything for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've declared already. I'm already a Cadillac fan. I would love to have George Russell in the Cadillac car. That would be awesome. That'd be nothing. There'd be nothing better. Your next two picks, sir, 3 and 4. Would you like an update on what teams are available?
No, because I'm going to take Hadjar over Lawson. I had to think about who was in the seat because I was like, who's the guy that I'm taking Hadjar over?
Again, the best award.
I've not thought about it. Have not thought about this guy at all. And then the other one that I am taking is going to be Hulkenberg over Bortoletto, but that doesn't feel right. What if I flip that around though?
Yeah, the last time you did that did not go well for you.
Yeah, no. Okay. I'm gonna rock with Nico. I'm gonna rock with Nico.
Okay.
I don't like it, but I'm going to.
I don't know why. He's not gonna. He's probably not gonna get another podium. I would be stunned.
You said it earlier in this episode.
It's hopeful thinking. It's not realistic. But I do think Nico.
Now that I make the pick, you tell me. Okay.
No, I do believe Nico is going to finish better than Bortoletto here at this race. Still, I think Bortoletto finished better than him once.
Yeah.
So far this season.
If that, yeah.
And no, it was because that's right. Going into Silverstone, that's when you made the Gabriel over Nico pick. That's when that one happened, and then it was like, oh shit, that one got royally messed up. But is Sauber on the rise as well? I guess we could talk a little bit more about them because they went from 2026 when's 2026 happening the entire season until Nico started pulling together points finishes and Bortoletto started improving his performances too. Like, I don't know, could they start 6th place in the constructors by the end of the season?
No.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. I think I think Hulkenberg's magic.
They're active for the record.
They're
They're
actively
in 6th place.
All right, maybe I don't know.
Again, they got 18 points from Hulkenberg last race.
No,
so,
you're right. So the real question is, what 5 teams are better than Sauber? Is that math right?
Yep. I'm not including Williams. I'm basically from what the question I gave you, I'm basically saying Williams is locked in 5th, and that's the end all be all there. So the remaining back markers are Alpine, Haas, Aston, Racing Bulls, and Kick. And I tell you what, they've aside from Alpine, they've done a good job of passing the here you be better this weekend baton.
Okay, no, now that we read it back like that, I don't hate it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't have good feelings about it.
Yeah.
You know?
No, 100%. I get it.
So, and hey, maybe this is
understand.
the turnaround for next season's regulations and everything.
Yeah.
I don't like it. It doesn't make me feel good.
That's fair. Does not give you the warm and fuzzies, and I understand that for sure.
Absolutely not.
With that, shoot. Oh, yes, those are the 3 teams. So we have McLaren, Williams, and Haas left, which are generally the 3 we always have remaining at this point in time. And those ones are, I would say, somewhat the trickiest to determine week in and week out. So I've got to pick 2 here and leave you with a third. And the problem for me here is, one, I have a take that I'm trying to die on apparently, so I really don't want to pick it because I don't think it's going to happen this weekend.
All right, let's hear it though.
The other one I have, one of the other teams is, I like one of the drivers better than the other one, so I just want to see him win. But I also don't know how that's going to work because the season hasn't gone that great so far. And then the other one is Haas, so I'm just like, fuck, I don't know what's going to happen there.
Yeah. So Haas, and then the other 2 are McLaren and what's the
Williams.
other team? Williams. Okay.
Williams. So
right. What's the take you're trying to get off? I'm fascinated by this.
What hill am I dying? I'm dying on the Lando Norris hill is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
and
okay.
I just don't think he's gonna beat Oscar this weekend. I just don't think it's gonna happen. But I also don't want to pick it because I'm dying on that hill this season. So
okay, that's fair. That's fair. I'll take the McLaren.
There's that.
I'll take the Oscar.
Well, I haven't decided if that's what I want to do yet here either.
All right.
I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take Ollie Behrman over Ocon.
Okay.
Oliver over Ocon. He finished better than Ocon in Silverstone. He was, if he didn't have that penalty again from crashing at pit entry during practice, Ollie would have been well into the points, the back point positions. And he was fast. Granted, it was Silverstone. It was his home track and everything like that. But that gave me some confidence going forward here where, like, hey, maybe he's going to have a little bit of a run of races. Maybe it's just a little unfortunate that there was a break before the next one, and then we're going into the summer break after the race after this. So I don't know, but I'm going to go that way for my 4th pick. And for my 5th pick, I think I'm going to go Albon over Sainz.
Yeah, that's what I would have picked too.
It's again, going off trends and just the history of the season so far, Albon has just had the better performances overall than Sainz. Sainz still hasn't gotten fully comfortable with the car, which is unfortunate. And I hope I'm kind of wrong, but not by a lot. But that's going to wrap up my picks, which leaves you with the McLaren duel. And I have a guess on what you're going to say. There it is. Yep. That's what I thought you were going to say.
Yep. Sorry, I didn't mean to ruin your guess there. That makes me feel like an asshole.
I think myself and the listener would have all guessed that that's where you're going to go with this one. And I already admitted it. I think that's probably what's going to happen this weekend here too.
Why do you feel that way? That's what I'm fascinated by.
It's more of again, just kind of looking at the season so far. Lando has had the moment, like he has the win, and then he usually has a setback afterwards for some reason or another. And that's just more so what I think is that's just what I think is going to happen again here. Um, going into Spa. Also, if we want to get super technical in our analysis, pre-race analysis here, Spa is a driver's track. You have to be on your game the entire time, and we've seen it many a time before. Lando has his moments at some point that probably just will set him back, and Oscar has been the more consistent. So you got that.
Okay, all right, that's good analysis.
Mm-hmm.
Lando gets in his own way.
He does. He does. Hopefully he doesn't any further, because again, that would just be more exciting generally for the rest of the championship. But that's the way it's been going so far.
There we go.
There you go. So that takes us into our race picks for the weekend here, starting off with our race winner. Who do you like at Spa here, Ben?
My heart says Hamilton, but my brain says Oscar. I don't like this, but I'm going to go Oscar.
You're going Oscar?
I want so badly for Hamilton to just do the thing and win it all.
Well, I'll rip that Band-Aid for you because I like Lewis Hamilton.
Fuck you! Man.
I said it at the end of our last episode during the participation trophy spectacular, that I thought Lewis was going to win a race by season's end here. And the upgrades, being a driver's track, all of those things.
There's 44 laps.
I like Lewis.
One driver.
I like Lewis at this one. Let's get that maiden Ferrari win.
Oh my god.
Let's do it, dude. I'm gonna drink the red Kool-Aid this weekend. Let's see it happen. That'd be awesome.
Have fun. I'll see you in Jonestown.
Well, listener, if you
did not address, you didn't get that at all. It's all right.
No, went right over my head. But
Jonestown is famously where the Kool-Aid was drank.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did
a lot of people die?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Well, but yeah, listener, if you do recall our pick history, I'm not very good at this section, and Ben is much better and has picked the race winner more often than not this season, I would say. But it's also mainly because you picked Oscar a lot of the weekends, and he's won a lot of the races, so it's not a bad bet. Usually plus money for you.
I would love to be wrong. I would love to be wrong on this. Let's fucking go. Hamilton.
Okay.
Hamilton. Smash it. Hang on, Cat.
So, yeah, you've got Oscar. I've got Lewis here for our race winner.
I hate that for me. I'm so angry right now.
Moving into our winning margin, what do you like? Do you like under 5 seconds, between 5 and 10, or over 10 seconds on this one?
It's probably going to be between 5 and 10.
Okay.
And yeah, between 5 and 10. No, I have nothing else to say about that. If Lewis Hamilton wins, I'm going to be so happy, but also going to be so mad that you called it instead of me.
Fair enough.
Even though I called it earlier in the episode and I was going to do it up until that moment, but all right,
I gave you the eyes of like, are we thinking the same thing right now?
No, I did not understand that those were the eyes. I thought that
you thought I was going, is this boy crazy?
You fucking gaslit me into stealing my Lewis Hamilton. I'm very proud of you as a person who is pro gaslighting, but
I like the under 5 seconds on this one. A lot of these races have been close this year. I like this one to continue to be close. And what track? Anything can happen, and maybe it'll be a close finish there too. That'd be kind of fun.
We'll see.
We shall see indeed. With that, we're gonna set our line for classified finishers at 18.5. I have not found an actual line as of the time that we are recording, so 18.5 is what we're going with. That's generally what it is. Do you like over or under 18.5 classified finishers at Spa? Yeah, I'm right there with you. The under has hit a lot on this one, and for very good reason. Again, we have a chaotic grid, a lot of rookies, and we've had a lot of just chaos at our races generally this season. So I think I've said this before, and I've said that a lot this episode, but we're going to continue on with that trend. Most people say life's too short to bet the under. Not in this case. The under is way more fun. Yes. Something happened or multiple things happened. So we like that. That is very fun. But Did you know it's also a sprint weekend? Because I didn't.
As of 5 minutes ago, yeah, I did actually.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's sprint through that real quick.
Hey, but what do you want to do about the sprint? Do you want to try to pick a sprint winner, or I guess I don't know.
Let's just go sprint winner.
Okay.
I want to say Hamilton because you stole that thunder from me.
Two-time sprint winner this year.
Dude, that would almost make up for the rest of this fucking bullshit that I've had to watch. Yeah, I'll steal sprint win from you. And
You
if he gets one, yeah, if he gets one, I'll take it.
Okay. Fair enough. Give me Max for this one.
I was gonna take Max, but I'm still pissed about you taking Hamilton. So,
in some way, I just ran a clinic on you and stole both.
No, dude, this is psychological warfare. This is some fucking CIA black site type shit.
I'd like to say I engineered that, but I did not.
No, you absolutely did, and I don't know how you did it, and I'm very mad about it. So, let's end this fucking podcast.
Fair enough. Well, there's our picks.
Not the program itself, just this episode. Just because.
Yeah. No, I figured that's what you meant. We had a Pontiac Grand Prix-view. We still need to do our debrief at the end of it, at the very least. So we can't have the listeners wondering what actually happened with our picks. So there's that going on.
I'm wondering what the fuck happened with my picks, and they haven't even come.
Well, let's see. You picked Oscar Piastri. You have between 5 and 10. So, no. But yeah, there's your Pontiac Grand Prix-view for the Belgian race weekend at Spa, which I always find it funny that it has the very long name, but nobody ever calls it that. Spa Francorchamps or whatever. I've actually never heard it fully pronounced. Francorchamps, that's what it is?
Yeah.
There you go. See, didn't even know that.
Yeah. American as hell, brother. Hell yeah.
There we go. Spa, baby. Well, with that, we'll see you after the race. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you know what? I hope your picks win this weekend. I hope our picks win. Obviously, not all of them can, but I hope we all win some picks. Get some money in our pockets. That'd be awesome.
And if you're a gambling sponsor, email us, backmarkersf1pod@gmail.com. Or if you've made money gambling, backmarkersf1pod@gmail.com.